You are the love of my life, the apple of my eye. I'm so glad at the day I said yes, I do. You've given me so much love, although it's just a journey. I'm a ride or die with you.
Wow, wow, wow. It feels so good to be back on your TV screens. Feels good to be back for you to watch me right now. Compliment of the season. Our esteemed viewers all over the world. Compliment of the season. Welcome to 2025. Wow. In the course of the year running to an end, we had the opportunity to do one or two interviews with some persons outside. And I heard, 2025 is filled with shege. You know why somebody was complaining of shege? Another one was saying it was favorable. What does that tell you? Everybody has their own life to live, different paths to follow. At the end of the day, we are going to one same destination. We're going to die eventually. But I pray to God that may you, may me, may each and every one of us, everyone watching me right now, may we not die young. And I pray to God that may our lives not be cut short. Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show, Inside Marriage. Yes, it is on Western Spring Television, channel 190 DTT on Star Time. And of course, we are there on all social media platforms. We're on the YouTube, we're on the Facebook, we're on Instagram, X, TikTok. All you got to do is type Western Spring Television, and there you can catch up with us inside marriage. And of course, all the beautiful programs that will bring to your TV screens. Honestly, it feels so good to be back. 2025 for me, if you have to ask me, how was my 2025? Wow. And like I said in my previous post on TikTok, I said in 2025, I healed. Yes, I actually healed from a lot of drama. And 2026, for me, I see it as a year in which I want to focus on myself. And you out there, I hope you're ready to focus on yourself because trust me, nobody's going to focus on you other than you. And look up to God as well because He is the author and the finisher of every move. Okay, I am back again. My name is Ajibike Anjori Ojo, aka the Screen Diva. On the radio, you know me as the radio queen of Cruise and Totori. It's a beautiful time, and I'm bringing Inside Marriage right to your TV screens again. When we talk about the word of marriages, when we delve into it, when we look into it, a lot of times I hear singles be like, oh, it's so scary. Do I really want to go into that space? No, trust me. Love is a beautiful thing. Marriage is a beautiful institution ordained by God, and the prayer is, I do not want to marry wrong. In as much as God guides your path and you marry right, you actually want to live in that word over and over again. But if for any chance or any reason you marry wrong, wow, that is why we bring those matters here. I will talk about it, okay? But normally, I'm so excited. And the singles, just pray and tune into programs like this so it can give you guidelines on the do's and don'ts of marriages. The truth is, there are do's and don'ts in marriages. There is no doubt about that. And if you're not ready to follow these guidelines, my brother, my sister, you might not be ready to get married. Right here in the studio this evening, I've got my discussants well seated. Of course, they are household. I mean, names and faces already. They are not new to us. And I really feel good having them with me this evening. Wow. Let me start with the beautiful all things lady in pink.
Yeah,
Compliments of the season.
we shoot the same.
How are
So
you
good to
doing?
be back. It's been a while.
Yes, it has actually been a while.
It's
We
been a
had
while.
Madame Zobia for a while
Yeah,
there. How are you doing, all things?
I'm doing great. I'm back. I'm alive.
Yeah.
That's the basic.
How
So I'm
was
doing great.
2025 for you, all things?
Well, like you said, 2025. There were a lot of shages. There were a lot of successes, but overall, I'm just grateful that I get to witness another year.
Yes, right.
That's just the most important thing.
Mm.
2025 is gone. We can't keep reminiscing on it. We just
Mm.
need to move forward.
Yes,
and
right.
That forward is where we are right now.
No doubt about that. Pastor K. Handsome Pastor K. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you so much.
Compliments of the season.
Same to you.
How was 2025 like for you?
I think the last episode we had, I said something about 2025 that it was a year of learning
Hmm.
for me.
Hmm.
Mhm. And I believe this 2026 will be better.
Yeah.
Amen. So, okay, let me come back to you, all things. What are you looking forward to in 2026? What are those things that you want to do in 2026 that is like on your to-do list?
My to-do list is a focus on me, like you said.
Wow.
Like, me is the number one on the chart.
This time around for your
Yeah.
2026.
Yes, I need her to breathe a little about myself as well.
You don't want to focus on your kids first. You don't want to put your husband first. Why does it have to be you, though? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just feel like most women, especially married women, I'm not sure we're supposed to dive into the topic, right? But most women, we tend to,
No, we
especially when you
started the
get
show already,
when you
whether
get
you like it or
married,
not.
when you get married, you tend to just move the focus from you,
Okay.
and then start focusing on family, children, and all of that.
Okay.
And then you end up losing yourself. But this year, I want to just in as much as I would also focus on my kids, but I would need to take care of myself first.
And focus on yourself?
Yeah.
Is it taking care? Okay.
So
Okay.
what that means is anything I choose to do, I'll do it.
You are going to do it. So help you God. Okay, Pastor K. 2026, a brand new year. What do you want to do? What is on your to-do list for 2026?
And focus on everything that is my responsibility. Now, I want to actually take an exception to some of the things. I'm the only man here.
Yes, right.
Now, actually, let me compliment both of you. You are looking like this 2026 was made for you.
Thank you so much. And I say amen to that.
So good things will happen this year.
Amen.
Now, when I hear statements like on myself, I used to make such statements before.
Okay.
But when you hear statements of like on myself, to me, it sounds kind of
selfish.
One, like someone is coming from, she made mention of Shege.
Okay.
And you're coming from Shege. And you don't want to go into another Shege. So you are now saying on me. Now, when she was talking, you asked a question, you said, what about kids?
Yes.
I was not expecting that question of what about kids. I was expecting
what about your husband?
What about your husband?
I said the kids and the husband.
And so when she was responding, she made mention of kids. She
but
didn't mention husband.
husband.
Why?
Okay.
So you understand? So for
my
me,
husband
that's
is
why
part
I said,
of me. Another what
because
God
two
has
shall
joined
come
together,
together and
let no
become
man
one.
put asunder.
Don't
You
play
preach
me
that,
here.
Pastor.
Calm down. Don't
So
play me
I and my
here.
husband, we are one. So if I say I'm focusing on me, that includes my husband. Wisdom.
Now I give it to you. You understand?
Okay.
Because you don't argue with women. You can't win. So let's leave it at that. So now for me, 2027, I said anything that has to do with my responsibility covers my children.
Okay.
Covers my wife. Covers family members.
Okay.
That's all I want to do this year.
Okay, but I'm gonna delve into, because whether you like it or not, the show is started already.
Of course.
And of course, you and Pastor K spoke about you focusing on yourself as being selfish, kind of. But now I want to throw this at you. What changed along the line? Don't you think when, as a wife, a mother, it's like seeking first the kingdom of God, so that all other things shall be added onto you? So don't you think just focusing on the kids and probably your spouse, don't you think it's enough responsibility for a woman? I mean, just taking care of them alone. Don't you think at some point in life, it comes back around and be against all things?
At the end of the day, you have your life. And at the end of the day, those kids will leave the house. And then you would sit down and then evaluate that what have you done with your life at the end of the day. Most mistakes, let me use that our parents made is they focus too much on my children this, and at the end of the day,
my children, my husband.
My children, my husband, my children, my husband, and at the end of the day, they lose themselves. And those are the kind of parents that now they are our responsibilities.
Okay.
We are trying to pursue our careers, and they are now dependent on us. I have a lot of instances where I'm saying this, but I don't want to dive into it. So they become our responsibilities, and you feel indebted to them.
Okay.
Knowing fully well that you also have your own lives to live. But as a woman or as a man or whoever that wants to focus on yourself, you have to understand that these children would leave eventually.
Okay.
Fine, you and your husband would be the one that would remain. So at the end of the day, when those children leave, will you be able to sit down and say, truly I have fulfilled my purpose in this life? Because let's be honest, we all have our purpose of being alive.
I totally agree with you.
Beyond being a wife, beyond being a mother, there is a purpose why God has created you. So if you allow the kids, the husband, the response to take that away from you, you end up living a miserable life.
Okay, Pastor K, do you agree with this?
Okay. Partly. Now, I keep hearing our mothers.
Our fathers.
No, our mothers. Because majorly today, when you go into any discussion or you come online, you hear ladies fight for our mothers, saying our mothers failed. No, not my mother. Their mothers failed. And they don't want to feel like their mothers.
Okay.
But I say this. These mothers that actually failed, they produced you.
Okay.
That you feel you have succeeded.
Okay.
So what are we producing? See, in the world of marriage, it's all about sacrifice. Yeah. Those mothers did what they did those days. And I would say, I want to give them their flowers. They did very well. Now, I don't think the discussion here should be on. Majorly, we talk about children. These children, like she said, they will leave you.
I totally agree.
Whether you like it or not.
Yes,
the person you had a covenant with was your husband or your wife. So why not put every of your attention and focus on that spouse? Yes.
Wow.
Either your husband
or your
wife.
Okay.
So whatever both of you would have achieved or could have achieved out of life, these children will take from it. There's this, would I call her an actress? There's this, I've forgotten her name now. Her son got married recently, or last year, 2 years ago. Very young couple. And they said that they don't focus majorly on the children. They focus on loving themselves and giving themselves the best of life. These children actually draw from what they see. You know, children actually learn from observing you. So there's no teaching you want to teach them. They don't see you play it out at home.
Like you just got to practice what
you have to practice it.
Okay,
there was a day my wife was around then, and intentionally I was in the car, and when I got into the car, she was already in the car with my last boy. So when I got into the car, I kissed her. I intentionally did it. The boy now laughed sheepishly. So I knew 4-year-old as at that time. He understood what happened. And the mother was not like, why are you laughing? He said, do you know some people don't love themselves like this in school? A 4-year-old boy said that. He saw something that triggered that response from him. You understand what I'm saying?
He just saw love,
he saw
affection actually being
so
played.
this thing is an intentional act.
Okay.
It won't fall on you. You have to make efforts to make it happen. Now, I said this too, that I've seen women fight for their children. When your child goes wayward, God forbid, you see women go to any extent to make sure that child is restored. But what happens when your husband goes wayward?
Okay.
You see them back out.
Okay.
I'm focusing on my children. That marriage is already cracked from that place. So that's my own talk to it or part to it.
Wow. Okay. Thank you so much, viewers out there. I hope you're enjoying the conversation. We had a different topic entirely, but this one seemed like... Now, Pastor K, I'm going to start with you. Would you rather your wife focuses on the children or you in your marriage?
I think he has already answered that.
I've answered that.
It has to be you.
Yeah.
Yes. So
All things. If you had to focus, like, is it your husband that you're going to focus on, or those children who needs their mother?
This is very, very hard. And you know why? In as much as I would say that by right, the rightful thing to say is the husband. Your focus should be on your husband. Because like I said earlier, those children would leave. And then at the end of the day, you have that man to yourself.
Yes, right.
And whatever, the way you have treated yourself will be what will play out when those children are gone.
yeah.
So if there is no companionship, if that relationship is not solid from onset, when those children leave, you just see yourself living
like
together as strangers. And then what's now the point? So, but like I said, it's very dicey. You would hear most women say, omo minio, and it's just natural. We are humans, let's be serious.
Yes, or we are
These
mothers.
are kids that we know what we went through to birth them.
That's right.
So most women would usually say, it's my children. But at the end of the day, those children will leave and they have their own lives to live. So, but for me, I would say the husband should be the focus.
Let me add something.
Okay.
She's correct. In fact, I should stand up for you now and just give
clap.
you no, I will bow. Now, my question is to you now. You said you were asking her that should she focus on her husband or those children that need their mother?
Their mother.
That statement is somehow to me.
Yeah.
Don't they need their father?
Yeah, because a lot of times, the mothers are the ones, they are the caregivers. Let me say that. Mothers are the caregivers a lot of
That's
times.
where we're missing
They
it.
are the nannies a lot of
A
times.
lot. They shouldn't be the nannies a lot of times. They
But
shouldn't
most
be the
men don't have this understanding that, see, you are like one, you are not even up to 1%. You are like 0. Give me the figure. Maybe 0.111 or 0.001 out of men that believes that men can actually be a caregiver as well.
Okay, this is still Western Spring Television 190, and right now, this evening, like this, we're speaking about inside marriage, and Pastor K is well seated here, and Alton is right here as well. In the course of the week, when I was thinking of what to say, I really wanted to speak about chores in marriages.
Okay.
The reason why it's been limited to women, wives being the nannies and the caregiver. But trust me, we're not going to delve into that today. We are definitely going to pick up a good time and we're going to have that discussions of why women or we the wives attacked the house nannies, the caregivers to the kids. Okay, so right now we are going to be playing a video of what we actually want to speak about today, this evening. You just don't want to miss out on this. Okay, let's have this video on our screen right now.
If you have repeatedly done something that is breaking your spouse, stop now. One day something will die and it will be hard to wake up. And maybe you will now be in a season of your life where you need your spouse the most. And all you find is just their bodily presence, but their heart is far gone. Stop. Anything they are saying, this is breaking me. Stop now. And I want you to know that it's a legacy of joy, love, and integrity we want to build in our homes. It's so beautiful when Jesus is the head of a family. And I want to let you know, we will not fail. We will not fail.
To every spouse, to every couple, to every husband and wife that is watching me right now, I pray to God that may we not fail. May we not fail in our marriages. May we not fail in being a wife. May the fathers not fail in being a father. And may the children not fail in being children to us. Of course, it is still inside marriage. And today, this evening, we're going to be speaking about forgiveness. We decided to come up with this topic because in the world of marriages today, it almost feels like forgiveness is becoming a give and take. It's becoming like a game between husbands and wives. Forgiveness has become something that is hard to find. In fact, some are forgiven, but they are not forgetting, and a lot of forgiveness that has kept coming into the marriage over and over again. Like you forgive your spouse of this, and the next minute is committing the same sin again. And then a lot of questions are flying in the air. How long do I need to forgive? Should I forgive this particular sin? Should I forgive? So much is happening in that space. But because it is not in my space to give you an answer, we still got our discussants well seated this evening. All things. It almost felt like that video hit you.
Yeah.
Pastor K, did that video hit you?
It did.
Okay. This evening we're speaking about forgiveness. All things. What does forgiveness mean to you in a marriage? Define forgiveness in a marriage.
In marriage, to me, forgiveness means letting go. Forgiveness means overlooking. Because the truth of the matter is we'll keep hurting each other.
Okay.
That's normal. This is two different people from two different backgrounds coming together. There will definitely different mindsets, different orientations, and we'll keep hurting each other.
Okay.
But the point is, forgiveness means you are not holding on to whatever your partner has done. Because if you hold on to that, how will you do another one? So forgiveness means you're constant, constantly. And there's something I learned. I think it was Fuke Felix Adejuma that said it.
Okay.
That you have to forgive your spouse in advance. Like
the things to come.
Just have that forgiveness in your heart.
Okay.
Like in advance, I have forgiven you ahead. Because the truth is, there would be issues. You would have big issues that would need your forgiveness. So you need to prepare your heart that I've forgiven you in advance for whatever you're going to do. But the part is forgetting. Forgetting doesn't. When it's not that you have amnesia.
Okay, we're gonna come back to
So when you
forgetting.
can't forget.
Pastor K,
okay.
what does forgiveness mean
All right,
to you as a husband?
It is. Now let me say it this way. Forgiveness to me is overlooking.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm choosing my words correctly,
Carefully.
carefully. Overlooking, that's present continuous. Accommodating your spouse's healthy excesses.
Okay.
Mhm.
Healthy.
Okay, I like that.
Okay.
Healthy excesses. Now, why did I put the word healthy there?
Okay, I was gonna ask that.
You know, when you were talking the other time, you said something about you forgive today, the person
it keeps-
commits it
yeah.
again tomorrow. Now, for a spouse, for a man that is a habitual, what do we call it now?
Humanizer.
Womanizer.
Okay.
Not even womanizer alone, girlnizer. You have a house help at home, fiam, and you forgive today. Tomorrow, your neighbor comes to meet you, fiam, you
Okay.
forgive. That lady will soon die. If you don't die of stress, you will die of diseases. So that's why I chose the word healthy. There are some things that the person will do that you can still, you understand, overlook and live, keep living with the person. I've heard
And keep
people
forgiving.
keep forgiving.
Yeah.
Yes. For example, all these little ones, okay, maybe house chores at home, all those ones, you can still manage yourself. It hasn't gotten to that kind of
The
extreme.
extreme.
Now, when it comes to some cases, you see, I want to forgive you on this one. There are men that when you forgive them on this one, they know he doesn't have a choice, you will forgive.
Okay.
He keeps doing it.
Okay.
So there are people that you see that I've forgiven you, but we can't continue again. That's another level. So for me, it's accommodating and accepting or living with that healthy flaws or excesses.
Healthy flaws
Healthy.
or excesses.
Yeah.
Why is it essential? Oh my, that healthy excesses, that one got me, you know. But at what point, before I delve into my second question, at what point does forgiveness become unhealthy? No, this is unhealthy. As a wife or as a husband, I cannot take this anymore. Because you started that particular healthy point, I want to start with you, Pastor K.
When it's life threatening.
Mm-hmm.
And when you talk about life threatening, it's not until the
Only
man
that,
strangles
yeah.
you. When it has to do with your health and some of those things, you have to let go. Yes.
That has become an unhealthy
It's
excesses.
unhealthy.
Okay.
Then I think to an extent, when it will bring shame. Shame. Yes. There's a level of shame that you can't. So for me, those two things.
Okay, what about you, all things? Like you were pinching him, you wanted to say
Yes,
something.
no, I wanted to chip in that, just like he said, that when it's life threatening, and at the same time, everyone has their limits.
Yeah.
Every woman has limits. The limit you can take might not be my own limit.
Okay.
My limits might not be your
It
own
could be
limit.
shorter, yours could be stretchier.
Do you get? So it just depends on what you can take as a woman. There are
Oh,
some
as a
women,
man,
I was
so.
a man. Okay, let's not be biased.
I don't want us to be biased.
I
you
like
know,
that.
Because we've got
So,
a man
as
in
a
our
ma-
midst here, and it's not ladies' talk.
Yeah. So it depends on the level that you can take. There are some women that just an ordinary slap from the man.
Marriage is a goal.
Why there are some that will constantly receive the slap and will still forgive and will still see like
It is
there's
one of
nothing. Yeah, it's one of those. So it depends on your level of your level of threshold. Let me put it like that.
Unhealthy excesses, unhealthy behaviors. Marriage is definitely an option, and Pastor K just ascertained it. In as much as it is not life-threatening, it is still inside marriage. We want to go on a short break right now, and when we come back, got other hot questions to ask my discussants. Don't go anywhere. Right back.
You are the love of my life, the apple of my eye. I'm so glad at the day I said yes, I do. You've given me so much love, although it's just a journey. I'm a ride or die with you.
The British Empire was the largest and the most powerful in the world. At its zenith, the empire embraced a quarter of the Earth's land surface and imposed Her Imperial Majesty's rule on more than 458 million peoples across nations and continents. The empire took off with overseas possessions and trading posts established by England, spread over 3 million kilometers between 16th and early 18th century. Like previous empires, the British Empire began to crumble on its weight of overstretched territories and growing unrest in our various colonies. Today, the British Empire no longer exists. What is in place is the Commonwealth of Nations, a loose association of sovereign states which recognize the King of England as the titular head. Western Spring Television identifies the British Empire as a watershed empire in history.
You are the love of my life, the apple of my eye. I'm so glad on the day I said yes I do. You've given me so much love, although it's just a journey. I'm a ride or die with you.
You know, the topic forgiveness inside of marriage, it got me today when I was going to bring this particular story, this particular topic on board. You know why? Because just like I said earlier on, it has not become something that spouses begin to ask questions. It has got a lot of questions like, can I keep forgiving this crime, this sin over and over again? I mean, okay, it is inside marriage, and of course, I GBK is right here in the studio. And today, we're talking about forgiveness in marriage. Now, Pastor K made mention, he said there are some, what was that English again?
Healthy
LDSS.
excesses.
LDSSs. He said there are those that, of course, a wife can and should take, but once it becomes unhealthy, then, I mean, there has to be like a rethink, you know, like think about it, if it is still doable for you or not, okay? And all things spoke about it being a thing of choice, the rate at which I can go in my marriage, maybe she cannot. Okay, but right now, you know, last year, when we're treating marriage palaver on radio, this one actually got me, and it was like my highlight, like the breaker of it for 2025 for me, of this particular husband who had an e-flyer of the wife and predated it that she died 2 years ago. And while the wife stumbled on the phone, she saw an e-flyer of Gone Too Soon that the husband sent to his side chick. You know, and the side chick was just consoling. I didn't know why they didn't come with that story. I was just consoling, like, I'm so sorry for your loss, you know, maybe, you know, and she saw that, okay. And the truth is, I don't know how she could have healed from that. No. She called me directly, you know, it was a midnight thing, you know, and I remembered I was on the phone with her till morning practically, because it took her the grace of God not to probably go stab that man to death or do anything to her. Now, are there some sins? Are there some unhealthy actions? Are there some crimes that the spouse that can commit that should be like, no, this marriage is, there is no forgiveness on here? I just give an instance. All things, you seem like you're going to open your mouth to be like, no, don't say this again. Did this actually happen? It actually happened. What do we say to this?
I'm not, that is not even the reason why I was. This particular story, I've experienced, I've seen people that actually happened to. My former house where I was living, my landlord, late landlord, did the same thing to his wife.
Wow.
Yeah. And they still live together until the man died. Until the man gone too soon.
So he went
the man gone too soon before the wife. But it was the wife. He even, like, he did a burial ground at the back of the house. You know, like, it's the wife that was buried there. That's like the height. But the woman was still in his house. And at the end of the day, who gone too soon? The man.
So what does it tell us?
So, like, for me, I would say that, see, the worst people to advise is someone that is in love. I saw that post on somebody's post yesterday. He's the wrongest person to advise. Now, coming from my own side, you might look at it, I'm like, girl, pack like, your load.
And get
this one will eventually kill you if you don't leave. But if the lady in question is still seeing love there, she will stay. she would stay.
Okay.
So it falls back to what I said earlier, that everyone has their limits.
Okay.
So she can see that as a red flag and be like, there's no forgive. No, it's not a matter of forgiveness. He's not even asking for forgiveness because it's not like he came and said, "Oh, baby, I'm sorry, I did this." She saw it. He didn't say it. So this might be a sign that this man will eventually kill you.
Or might not.
Or might not, or you just want to use that as an avenue to get the girl.
Okay.
Men can do desperate things to get whoever they want.
Wow. Okay, Pastor K, what do you have? It's almost like you're not aligning with her at all. Like, does that even happen?
No. See,
Talk to me, Pastor
what
K.
will make a man get to that point of printing either an e-flyer or just printing out the hard copy to say gone so soon? Now, while she was talking, I was just like trying to say, okay, what if that girl were to be my daughter? What will I do? I'm not putting myself as the husband, I'm putting myself as
the father to the girl.
I will withdraw
kind of
my
wish
daughter
is that?
straight because that marriage is ended. I spoke about life threatening.
Yes.
This one is not life threatening.
This one is threatening.
Put in 6 feet under the ground already. Do you understand?
That's right.
For a man to go
think
that far, do you know what it takes to send pictures to someone, graphics designer, to help people?
Like, you know when you lose someone.
Do you know that there are some women that in their hearts they'll be wishing that the husband should, something to happen to the husband, or the husband or the other hand is wishing, but you just say that you will see them rejecting it. That Olomaje, this kind of thing should not happen to
no.
Now going that far, having that imagination.
Pastor K, to you, that is a deal breaker. No, to you, that is a no-no.
It's a no-no.
That's
Capital
right.
no. That marriage is gone.
Wow. So I think you're very right. I think you're very right about that, And just like we said, inside marriage, we have lots of instances to give. And to some, they'll be like, no, I cannot take this. While some will still be in there, And okay, like in the course of the week as well, and in this new year, I had a conversation with a particular wife. She reached out to me, and the disrespect was the fact that the husband would bring like a woman into the house. She would be in her room, and the husband, and and I told her, like, this is very disrespectful. And coming back with the old stories she gave me, I was like, okay, you guys need to separate for a little bit. Let's see if there's going to be like a reason for you both to come back together. But you know what I realized in her marriage is, and she made this statement, she said, in Yoruba, boko mi se to ile to yen, obìnrin mi ma joko síbẹ̀, like the comfort that she has, another woman would stay in there. So I realized it is just because she has probably lost faith in herself and the things that she can do, but I don't want to delve into that. Pastor K, why should we give us reasons, give the viewers out there reasons they should forgive in their marriage and forget if possible?
Am I speaking as a pastor now or as just a discussant here?
I don't know. You can choose to speak from the both sides. You can speak from the part, as a pastor and of course as a discussant, as a husband.
As a husband, yeah.
And now I would say the level to which forgiveness can go. I still said it earlier, when it's not life-threatening. This issue you just mentioned now, if your husband is bringing the woman home to meet with you or to meet you at home, and that's your matrimonial home, I feel there should be a separation. Yes. So let's see if the man will miss you or will know your value or your worth.
Because at that point, it seems like you're valueless.
Or you yourself will know your worth. Because separation makes both of you
to think
and well.
Evaluate.
To evaluate, okay, do I still want to go back to this guy? In fact, at that point, your eyes will be opened. You see some women be like, yes,
that's deep.
Separation brings you to that level.
Realization.
Yes, and that man too.
Separation can also make you realize that what does happen.
No, let Pastor K, you're going to have your time, all things.
Yeah.
Pastor K, I'm with
so,
you.
At that point, too, the man too will reevaluate. Was I drinking? Or was I smoking when I met with this woman?
Okay.
Or I've lost something. I've lost a treasure. I should now. All these women I'm bringing home, they are not
what's left me.
Yes.
Who
Do you
left
understand?
me? Okay.
So that separation is needed at that point. But separation in the sense that one, you are looking at for us to be able to reevaluate and come back. Because there are some separations where that woman is going and is not coming back. She's not even thinking about anything again. She's going.
Okay.
Yeah, because the men you want to go and meet outside, are they also worth the one you want to leave? And the same thing for the man.
Yes.
Because think you compare your wife to women outside because what's your return see finish. And the same thing with the man. This woman you are bringing home, you're just bringing her home for like a day, 2 days. This one you've been living with this one for 10, 20 years, and you already see her fully. This one you don't know Aratoleda. So when she enters, maybe this one is just serving you maybe head of chicken or leg of chicken. This one will not give you anything shishi on your food at all. Do you understand?
That's right.
So there's need once that man starts disrespecting you, and the same thing for the man, once that woman starts disrespecting you, and you can't take it any longer, there's room or there's need for separation. God didn't go against separation.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me say this. Let me chip this in before I stop. Before I got married, a man, an elderly man, a Muslim at that, called me into his house one day. And his wife was watching all this soap opera then, Secret of the Sand, all those things.
Okay.
So we were inside. I sat with the man, and the wife was sitting where you sat. And the man just picked the remote and changed the channel. I was angry on behalf of the woman. Well, what kind of disrespect is this? So I kept quiet. I was looking at him. And the woman said, hey, Dejo, he didn't talk. And the woman said, okay, because he put it on a news channel. So that I will continue. And she walked in. And the man said something to me. He said, what did I see in what he did? I said, Binusa, disrespectful. That's disrespectful. The man said, fine. He said, let me tell you something today. He said, when you want to get married to a woman or the man, he said, don't focus on her good qualities. Because even a madman would do that. He said, focus on the errors, the bad qualities that she has. And like you spoke about threshold, can I take these things? Can I live with these things? If there are the things you cannot live with, you as a person, let that woman go.
Let's not talk about the good qualities now.
Forget about the good qualities. Everybody will embrace the good qualities. But the bad ones, because you're going to be living with that woman for more than a year, 2 years, 10, 15, 20 years.
For the rest of your
life.
For
the rest of your life. So can I accommodate this thing? There's no perfect person on the surface of this earth. Even Jesus, when he was called good man, he said no man is good except God in heaven. So even he was saying, as far as you are in this flesh, there are bound to be errors. Do you understand? So once the errors that you cannot take, that's what I call healthy and unhealthy. Once they are coming, please do something fast. Separate first. Let's see if that thing can be brought back together. If it can't be brought back, I'm not speaking as a pastor now. Let go. But as a pastor, there's nothing God cannot do. What God cannot do, let God. Let God. What God cannot do does not exist.
As a husband, let's go. As a
wife,
father,
let God.
As a pastor, let's God.
Altis, what do you have to say to this?
I totally agree with everything that he has said. And there's one point I would love to pick from what he said. Evaluation. Evaluation is very, very, very important. And as a couple, your evaluation should not be a one-time thing.
Okay.
You should keep evaluating your home. You know, the man you married is not the same man he is right now. Yeah, the woman you are 5 years ago is not the same woman you are right now.
I totally agree with that.
There are some behaviors that you would be exhibiting right now that would be comfortable or not comfortable to the man. And likewise the man. Okay. We all grow. And as we grow, we pick up some, some habits, some behaviors. We start exhibiting some things. So evaluation is very, very important. And then when you evaluate, now you know yourself. You should be able to know, after evaluating this man or after evaluating this woman, these excesses will kill me before my time.
Okay.
Before we got married, this man was not smoking. He doesn't come home late. He doesn't, humanizes. But now, this is what this man is doing. This is what he's doing. This is what he's doing. Can I still live with this? Now, when you evaluate and you say, oh, okay, I can still cope. Let's see what happens in the next 2 years. It might change. It might not change. And then you move past that. That means you can endure the coming home drown, coming home staggering. You can endure that.
Or
it's
bringing
not
a woman into
or
the
bringing
house.
a woman into the house. You even help them lay the bed. We've heard stories now of
women
wives that would even help the husband lay the bed.
Yes, of course.
And when they are done, he will serve the side chick food. Are you hungry? Do you want juice?
I've seen it in movies.
And they will try
I know somebody that happens to. So this thing,
Sorry.
what we see in movies, what
Excuse
happens in
me,
real
sorry.
life.
The side chick will eat that food.
Yes, now enjoy the
This
cross
actually get
leg,
mine, though. I'm
cross
sorry,
leg,
I had
chop
to-
food,
I have to
drink
do
juice,
pidgin there.
drink juice, joy.
Oh my God.
So while there are some women that ordinarily seeing a lady's text on their husband's phone is a turn off.
It's a deal breaker.
It's a turn off. Like, what kind of discussion? Like, how can you even get to this level? They've not seen, no. The husband and the lady have not seen each other. It's just a phone conversation and it's a deal breaker. So you have to keep evaluating it. And then separation does not mean that you don't forgive. Forgiveness, one thing we should understand that you forgiving someone is for your own self, not the person.
That's true.
Because you are healing
Yeah.
yourself of the torture,
That's true.
the stress
Trauma.
of holding that person at heart.
Yes, right.
So forgiveness means, Ogbeni, I let you go. Like, mo dáríjì ẹ́.
For
But that
your-
doesn't mean that I still have to be in your house.
Wow. Okay. In case you're not watching right now, you remember you can always catch up on this episode after now. Western Spring Television. We're there on the YouTube. Inside Marriage definitely is a program. And trust me, on the program Inside Marriage, the episodes every week you do not want to miss. All things I'm enjoying this conversation is heated. Pastor K, thank you so much. Especially when you have to play like the two a dual role, you know, you're being a pastor,
pastor, her
and being
husband.
a husband at the same time. All right, we're gonna go on another video break right now. We need you to watch this, and then we'll come back into the studio and we round up our discussions. Don't go anywhere.
Men are the biggest destroyers of marriages. Yes, you heard me loud and clear. You asked me, and here is my answer to your question. Toxic men continually destroy marriages and not the women. The truth needs to be spoken. It's easier and more appealing to us as men to blame women. This is not to imply that there are not some very useless women out there. But men destroy and undermine their marriages way more than women ever do. The nonchalance, the cheating, the emotional abuse, the abandonment, and the lack of care and leadership all are major reasons why marriages break today. No sane woman walks away from a loving marriage. Can we be honest with ourselves for once? Speak the truth and you won't die. You're either afraid or too sentimental to own up to the truth. For some men, marriage is like a game. If it works, fine. If it doesn't, we move. I'm not seeking the love, affection, or sympathy of women. I have got enough love that will last me my lifetime. This is not about taking sides, but stating the bitter and undeniable truth. Most people are either too scared to speak or pretend not to know this fact. As men, we must own up to this and stop passing the blame to the women. If we as men wish for our marriages to work, they will. There are probably more toxic and narcissistic men in relationships and marriages today compared to the sane ones. Women react to and mirror who you are to them. Remember, men initiate and women reciprocate. We need to stop blaming women for how they react to the abuse they endure from their toxic and narcissistic partners. This is further manipulation. If a woman has tried, prayed, and believed that things would improve, but found that they continue to worsen, would you advise her to be trapped in that marriage? If she was your sister, did I hear you say keep praying, to keep hoping for a man who continues to leave the door open and is home spiritually vulnerable? This stereotype and self-denial needs to stop. Men need to start taking responsibility for the high rate of divorce because we are a huge part of the pandemic. I understand that some toxic men may criticize me, but it's important for someone to voice the truth, and I volunteer myself to be that person. Please share your thoughts respectfully in the comments. If you haven't followed me yet, now is the time to do so. No other page or channel is more worthy of your time. Have a wonderful day. My name is Mr. Revolution, and as
Welcome back. It is Inside Marriage once again. And of course, we are practically rounding up in bits and in pieces right now. We've got a few minutes left to go. All things. What did you learn from this video?
Men are the initiators. Women only reciprocate what you give to them. And I've heard this over time. You know, there was, I think it was Pastor T.D. Jakes. He said, whatever you give to a woman, she multiplies.
That's right.
So if you give a woman basbos, she will give you double. So men are the destroyer of homes, just like he said.
If you give her trust,
If you give her trust,
she'll give you more trust.
or if you give her humanizing, she will give you double of that.
Pastor okay, do you want to agree with what All Things just said?
Yes, and to an extent, I want to add something to it.
And
If
what you learned from this
yes,
video?
if you listen to that guy well, he said, no, the key word there, sane
Yeah.
woman walks out of a loving marriage.
No sin, okay?
No sin. So how many sane women do we have?
Wow.
Yeah, that's the word. Because he said something again. He said he's not denying the fact that there are irresponsible or useless women out there.
Yes, right.
There are. So as we have them in the male gender, we have them also in the female gender. But to an extent, on the average, men
In marriage.
they are the destroyers of hope. So I agree with you.
Yeah.
Now, in the case, in that part whereby it has been forgiven over and over again, does it come a time in a marriage where forgiveness is not an option anymore, and the spouse decides to leave? Pastor K.
Yeah, that time should come if the spouse is not already abused. Because she was giving an
Explain
example.
abuse,
Yeah,
okay.
now she was giving an example the other time. She said there are women that their husbands bring in women into their matrimonial homes, and they will be the ones to even lay the bed.
I don't like the way you're being sarcastic about it.
No.
You're just saying it.
That's it. I'm being plain here.
Okay.
Now that's an abuse. The woman already has been abused from wherever she's coming from.
Wow.
Yes, now, because what will make a sane woman lay the bed? That's not Christian.
That's not being submissive?
That's not being some. That's madness. That shows that you are a traumatic person. Yes. No, something is wrong with you. You're not normal.
Something is missing.
You lay the bed for them to enjoy themselves, and you even cook. You serve them. No, that's a problem.
I thought those were the traits of our mothers back in the days.
See, I saw something online. They said something about those mothers back in the day. They said the mothers we have today they're not smart. That those mothers then, they call them Iye. Iye is a word in Benin.
Yes.
They rarely talk.
They are full of.
They are just calm.
They're the type that would lay the bed for
No,
the man.
they won't lay. They will just be calm. They will be looking at you as if they're not doing anything. The next thing you will hear is the papa has gone to be with the Lord. He died of heart attack. He didn't die of heart
That
attack.
song has been there since then.
Iye deleted the man on time. And Iye is still living in that house.
And he is crying on the day.
And Iye is crying. Iye said, "Oh, familiar, he has left me. Oh, this was not what we discussed." Oh, Iye actually performed that act.
But sir, I'm sorry. Is that now a good trait? Is it not better than for you to silently
Hurt your man.
hurt someone to that extent? Instead of the women we have now would not take. There are some women that won't go to that length. They would rather just walk out and leave you with your.
Yes, right.
That's the same thing we are discussing. That's what we are discussing here. That the difference between those ones, you call those ones fools. They are not. But you call these ones smart. And these ones are creating chaos everywhere. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Now, that man is correct.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very, very correct. So when you start getting that abuse consistently,
There is no point.
there's no
Forgiveness
point waiting.
becomes
They just leave
useless.
because it will damage you.
As an individual.
Yes, it will damage you. They said, you don't fight with a pig. The pig will drag you into the mud and still win that fight. So just respect yourself. And if that abuse is getting to you, just leave.
Wow.
For me.
So are we saying marriage is not, that institution whereby whatever happens there, you deal with it anymore?
If you married your kind. Yeah. Because there's this scripture now that we're discussing. It says, whatever God has joined together, whoever God has joined together, let no man put asunder. Most of the marriages we have today, was it God that joined
it? Wow. Okay.
Although they did the wedding in church, but was it God that really joined?
Oh, okay. That's just
That's another side.
That was just it. Okay. What about you, All Things? I mean, in that space whereby you, as a woman, you've been forgiven over and over again, forgiving this man, or the man has been forgiven you. At what point do you think, no, I can't do this anymore? Does it have to do?
I said it earlier that when we talk about this word forgiveness does not mean staying. No.
You mean you can always leave?
You can leave and still forgive. Yes. Forgiveness does not mean you still have to be there.
Okay.
No, it doesn't. So we need to get it right that because I forgive this man does not mean I should still remain here. I can forgive from afar. I can forgive him while I'm away.
And you can forgive and still
And
be
I can forgive
there.
and still be there, depending on the ratio
Okay.
of the hurt that I feel.
On your
Okay.
threshold.
Yes. So I can decide to say, this thing can no longer work, but I
Okay.
forgive you. Like, I forgive you. I'm not forgiving for the man. I'm forgiving for myself.
your
Because at the
sake.
end of the day, even if you don't forgive the man and you eventually leave or you stay, you will be the one to be bearing the brunt of the.
Yeah.
You are the one that will be feeling the guilt. You are the one that will be feeling angry.
And
you will see the
high
man, you will
blood
feel like,
pressure is close.
you know, you will see the man, you will feel like, biking pa. You know that kind of feeling. You'll be the one that will be hurting.
That's right.
You'll be the one hurting. But when you get to that level where you even see the guy outside, and you guys can still, how far mommy call alafia. You know, you've let go of all those things.
Okay.
That is the word forgiveness. So
Okay.
forgiveness does not mean staying.
Okay.
You can be afar and forgive.
All right. I hope our esteemed viewers, you understand, like, we're not trying to say every crime or every sin of your spouse, you just get to pack your bags and leave. No. Marriage, of course, it is an option. We keep saying this over and over again. In as much as it is not life-threatening, marriage, of course, is a beautiful institution. Now, Pastor K, your parting shot. Forgiveness to the spouse watching you right now.
Okay. I would advise that if it's not life-threatening, please let go and stay. For the sake of God, yourself, and your children.
Wow. For the sake of God. Okay, you and the children. That is beautiful. Okay, all things. Forgiveness to that spouse, to that home right now that they are dealing with. Can I forgive him? He has hurt me so much. What do you have to say?
My sister, my brother.
Brother.
Forgiveness is a must.
Mm.
Living or staying is your choice.
Hmm.
But forgiveness is a must.
I'm definitely going to hold
I like that.
on to that. Forgiveness is a
Is a
must.
must.
Living or staying is your choice. That is an option for you to choose. Thank you so much, all things, for being a part of the show today.
Thank you for having me.
Pastor K.
Thank you
The
so
handsome
much.
Pastor K. Thank you so much for being a part of the show.
You're
And
welcome.
to our esteemed viewers out there, I pray to God that may 2026, may it be a favorable, and I pray that may our home, may it be blissful.
Amen.
This is Inside Marriage on Western Spring Television. Of course, we're on 190 DTT. We are there on Star Time. You can catch up with this episode there on our social media handles as well. We're on the Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, X. We are all there. Western Spring Television. My name is Ajibike Anjorin Ojo, aka the Screen Diva. Till I see you same time next week. Marriage is an option, in as much it's not life threatening. Bye.
You are the love of my life, the apple of my eye. I'm so glad at the day I said yes, I do. You've given me so much love, although it's just a journey. I'm a ride or die with you.